All right, continuing our notes for target 4C. Remember, our objective or our goal, however you want to name it, is to determine how does the solution of a linear system can be represented or interpreted. So remember, we're finding the solution and explaining what does it mean in context of the problem, whether you have a graph or a word problem. All right, so let's try question number 1. Again, everything should be a review of what we've learned so far. Okay, we're going to use the information we know before about solving systems, okay, to find the solution, and then we have to explain the solution. All right, number 1, you want to decide on a cell phone plan. Below is information for 2 different plans to help you decide which one to use. All right, the first option has T-Mobile. T-Mobile is charging you 55 startup fee. Remember the startup fee, don't forget that the startup fee is the initial fee. Okay, and $2 per text message. All right, remember the word per. The word per means times the text messages. So it's 2 times the text message. Cricket is charging $25 for the starting fee, so the initial fee, and $3 per text message, so $3 times the text messages. The situation can be modeled by the following system of equations where f of x represents the total cost and x represents the number of text messages. So, based on target A, we usually write the functions ourselves, we write the equations, but however in this problem they already gave it to you, okay? The first equation, okay, is talking about the first one, so we're talking about T-Mobile. 55 is your initial fee, so this will be your B. And 2x is 2 times the text message, so that means that this is talking about your slope. Okay, as you can see, it's already written for you. Okay, and then the second equation is talking about Cricket. Okay, Cricket is the initial fee is 55. Okay, and sorry, 25, and the slope is going to be $3 per text message, so 3x. And it's given to you, everything's given to you in this problem. F of x represents the total cost. So f of x is the total, and x, okay, x represents the number of text messages. Number of text message. That's why we have 2x and 3x. Because 2 times the unknown, right? The text messages. 3 times the unknown of text messages. That's why we have 2x and 3x. I just hope you understand that, okay? Next, okay? In this problem, okay, we need to find the solution for this problem, and then we need to explain it. In order for me to find the solution, remember I need to solve for it. So I'm going to use the substitution method. But before we get to that, please remember, don't forget, because I'm sure we're going to forget about this, that f of x is the same thing as y. So technically, okay, I have 2 equations, right? One for Cricket and one for T-Mobile. Oops, let me. All right, for Cricket, sorry, for T-Mobile, we have y equals 2x plus 55. Okay, so again, notice how I'm changing the f of x for y. That's it. Everything else staying the same. I just hope you guys understand that and see that. And for Cricket is y equals 3x plus 25. Again, f of x is the same thing as y. It means the same thing. So, if they're giving you f of x equals 2x plus 55, they're actually giving you y equals 2x plus 55. Same thing with Cricket. F of x equals 3x plus 25. That means that it's y equals 3x plus 25. All right. Remember when I told you that when we use substitution, I can only use it when one of the equations is given to you in slope-intercept form. And let me change my color here. So, substitution. Okay, it can only be used if the equations are in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. And if you look at both of the equations, they are in y-intercept form. Y equals 2x plus 55 and y equals 3x plus 25. That means I can use substitution to solve for this. Okay, so let me write the equations down here. Y equals 2x plus 55. I'm just rewriting them. Okay. If you notice, both of them, they're telling you that y equals something. The first equation for T-Mobile is telling you that 2x plus 55. And the second one is asking you, or telling you, that is 3x plus 25. Technically, you have both of them that can work. So it's up to you, whatever you want to do. Okay? You can substitute the value of one of them for y. Why? Because y equals 3x plus 25. It also equals 2x plus 55. So technically, they're equal to each other since both of them have y. So I'm going to write this, okay, setting it equal to each other. So 3x, I'm going to change my color here, 3x plus 25 equals 2x plus 55. Again, don't forget that 3x plus 25 equals y. That's why I kept it equal to each other. Okay? Or I could have done the same thing backwards. Okay? I could have read 2x plus 55, sorry, 3x plus 25 equals the y, which is 2x plus 55. Same thing, y equals y. That's why I set them equal to each other. Okay? Alright, and all I have to do now is solve for x. We already know how to do this. We learned this in first semester. Okay, that was the very first units that we did, okay, C1. In order for me to solve for this, okay, I can start off wherever I want. I can get rid of the 3, I can get rid of the 25, the 2, the 55. It doesn't matter. I'm going to start off by taking off 2x. Remember, equal sign represents left and right side. If I'm taking one of the numbers on the right side, so I said I was going to take out 2x, I need to take out from the left side, but it has to match. It has to match with the same variable. 2x. That means I have to get it off, taken off from the number that has an x, which in this case will be 3x. So it's minus 2x. And again, why am I subtracting? Because I'm doing the opposite. The positive 2, which is in blue, is positive. In order for me to get rid of it, I need to do the opposite, which is negative. So it's negative 2x. That's why I'm subtracting. Okay? All right, this cancels out because 2 minus 2 is 0. 3 minus 2 gives me 1. Everything else stays the same, equals 55. All right, next, I obviously have to get rid of a number on the left side because the left side has two variables now. Not two variables, two terms, sorry. X and 25. Well, the number I'm going to get rid of, remember, it has to match the other side. So if you're going to get rid of 25, that means it has to match the number on the right side. Again, I cannot get rid of x because the right side has 55 with that no x. So I can't do anything with x, but I can do something with 25. It's a positive 25, so to get rid of it, I need to subtract by 25. Okay? So that means that I have x equals, well, 55 minus 25 is 30. But remember, we are not done. To find the solution of systems, we need to write as a coordinate point. So what I'm missing, again, is your y value. Because I already found x, I am able to plug it into any of those two equations that I have. I can either plug it into the 2x plus 55 for T-Mobile or 3x plus 25 for Cricket. It doesn't matter which one you do. So I'm going to do the first one. Y equals 2x plus 55. Again, I'm doing substitution. I already know what one variable is equal to. All I have to do is plug it in the next equation. So I have y equals 2. Remember, everything we plug in is in parentheses. So it's times 30 because, again, I figured that out right here. And I add 55. All right. 2 times 30 gives me 60. So I'm going to have y equals 60 plus 55, which again gives me my final answer, which is 115. Okay, and look what I wrote right here. The solution is, remember, don't forget we have to put in a coordinate point. X value comes first and then y. So my answer for this is going to be 30, comma, 115. That's my solution for this problem. Okay, and then finally, we are able to write the representation of the solution in context of the problem. So step 2, what does this point represent in context of the situation? Remember, the solution means that both companies will be at the same thing, or it will be equal for everything, right? Well, if my solution is 30 and 115, let's go back to the problem. Remember, a coordinate point is always written as x and y. Well, question is, what does x mean in context of the problem, and what does the y mean in context of the problem? Let's go back to the problem again. Okay, this situation can be modeled by the following systems of equations where f of x represents total cost and x represents the number of text messages. So there you go. I know that x, okay, so x represents number of text messages. And don't forget that I said that f of x, okay, is the same thing as y, so it means the total cost. Alright, so since I know the solution is 30 and 115, that means that both companies, so my answer for this is that both companies, T-Mobile and Cricket, have an equal total cost of 115 when both companies have 30 number of text messages. Okay, so both companies, the key word here is I need to see that you're talking about both, that you need to understand that the solution is talking for both equations, both problems. So in this case, it was talking about both companies. Okay, so that means that both of them will have the same total cost of 115 when both of them have the same amount of text messages, which is 30.